Hello, I'm United States Senator Saxby Chambliss, and thanks for tuning in to my weekly YouTube address. We've got a lot of exciting things that are taking place in Washington here as we attempt to conclude the end of the year proceedings. First of all, last night we secured the passage on the Senate side of the Intel Reauthorization bill. This is the first time in 5 years that we have had an Intel authorization bill, and I'm very pleased that in my first year as Vice Chairman of the Senate Select Committee on Intelligence that I was able to work with my colleague, the Chairman, Dianne Feinstein from California, to achieve the passage of an intelligence authorization bill. Secondly, we're going to be passing a defense authorization bill today. That defense authorization bill is going to provide a pay increase for our brave men and women who wear the uniform of the United States and who, as we speak today, any number of them are putting their life in harm's way to make sure that we can continue to live in the greatest and freest country in the world. We're also going to authorize the purchase of weapon systems and provide for other quality of life issues for our men and women. Georgia obviously is a major military state. We have a significant number of military installations around our state, and all of those installations and the men and women who work as civilians or on active reserve or guard duty at those bases will benefit from this bill. We're also trying to complete the appropriation process. This process should have been completed by September 30th, when the fiscal year of the United States government ended. Unfortunately, we did not pass one single appropriation bill out of the 13 that we're required to pass before September 30th. We have now passed 3 bills here in the Senate, and we have another 10 that are likely to be included in either a massive omnibus bill or some continuing resolution will have to be passed for a period of time to allow us to avoid the shutdown of the federal government, which could take place on the 16th of December. We're involved in a number of issues like the extension of the payroll tax credit, as well as an extension of the unemployment compensation. These are critical issues, and I know that there are an awful lot of Georgians who, number one, would appreciate an extension of that payroll tax credit, and a number of Georgians who really are trying to find re-employment, having lost their jobs, who are dependent upon that unemployment compensation. The problem with both the extensions is that we don't have the money to pay for them. And we don't need to continue to add to the $15 trillion of debt that we now face as a federal government. So the way we need to approach this is that if they're going to be extended, then we've got to find real-time, what we call pay-fors. We need to reduce spending in other areas if we are going to extend the payroll tax credit as well as the unemployment compensation. And I'll be looking very closely at the details of these 2 bills as they come forward. It is an exciting time of year simply because it's Christmas time. And my family and I always enjoy getting together, as I know each and every one of you enjoy getting together with your family. Unfortunately, the last 3 Christmases, I have not been able to get to Moultrie, Georgia until Christmas Eve because we were in session here in Washington. My wife is not the least bit happy about this maybe being the 4th year in a row that I don't get home until Christmas Eve. And certainly I look forward to enjoying this season with my family. We have a new addition to our family since last year. My granddaughter Ellie will be celebrating her first Christmas, and all of us are excited about that. I do wish every single one of you a Merry Christmas and have a safe and secure holiday season. God bless you, and may God continue to bless our great country.